Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel. If you aren't familiar with the way I do things, I usually do provide an extended version for my monthly readings. However, this month I just do not have the time, unfortunately, to get that done. So this general reading will be a little bit longer for you this month. I hope it's got some insightful messages here for you for the month of March. All the details that you require are listed below in the show more section. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to leave behind a like. You're more than welcome to subscribe and hit the bell notification button as well to receive notifications of upcoming themed readings. Otherwise, let's get straight into it, Cancer. Okay, let's start off with the Two of Wands here. Look, this can be adventure or travel plans. It can be that you will be quite busy in the month of March, potentially in between two different locations here. It could even be multiple income streams, but it can also be indecision, okay? It's most likely indecision here, Cancer. You're in two minds about something or someone. You're not really sure if you're making the right decision. A part of you feels complacent, but a part of you feels unsettled, okay? So there's a lot of indecision happening here. There might have been something that happened in the recent past, maybe with a Virgo, a Pisces, a Leo, or an Aquarius, okay? The fire wands could definitely indicate an Aries or a Sagittarius here as well. But there might be it could even be like a long distance relationship here. Some of you might be meeting up with someone you're long distance with. Some of you might be entering a long distance relationship, or you might be in two minds about someone foreign, someone exotic. Maybe they're only here temporarily. Maybe you're only there temporarily, and this might change things for you. It could even be you might be in two minds about moving, okay? Moving countries, moving cities, moving states. You feel something is destined for you. The star card sits right underneath. So in one way, you feel like it's your destiny. And maybe this is why this is, it's a push and pull energy. But there's a lot of indecision here. You're trying to analyze things. Okay, the Hermit is also here. But look, it could just be that you're in between two different locations. You could be very back and forth. And if you are dealing with someone foreign, you might be seeing this person. Okay, you might be connecting. And it could definitely be in your destiny to go ahead and do that. Almost like it's written in the stars here. You could even hear from them through online realms, social media, forums, dating apps. Some of you might be meeting someone or have something. You might be sharing, okay, the star card is sharing something, exposure, and it could be sharing your travels, your travel journeys, blogging, or becoming more exclusive in something here as well, Cancer. But look, the next card over, you've got the Hermit here, so you're trying to analyze something. Maybe you've deleted your social media for the month. Maybe you're just spending time alone. Maybe you're wanting to really reanalyze if you've made the right decision or not. But the Hermit shines his light on the Two of Wands. So the Hermit is, in this stage, I feel like you might be in a period where you're really uncertain about something. You're trying to shed light on a situation, or you're trying to find the right path. You're trying to make the right decision that's best for you, but your heart is torn in two here, Cancer. You're really unsure about something. Look, the Hermit can be seeking perfection or self-sabotaging behavior. There might be someone here who's sabotaged something with you, okay? And it stems from insecure or anxious behavior, okay? The Hermit is represented by the sign of Virgo. The Virgo is prone to anxiousness because they're highly intellectual. And I feel like whether or not you're dealing with a Virgo or not, this person might have sabotaged things with you. And maybe this is coming up in your reading here. I mean, Virgo, they're a great communicator, so I don't know if there's something about missing communication or wanting communication, or someone might reach out and suddenly that puts you in two minds about a person. But the Hermit card can be, because the Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury, Mercury also rules Gemini. I don't know if there's a Gemini link here as well for some of you. But the Hermit is coming up, okay? But it's not always the case. The Hermit is a figure of solitude. Maybe you're just taking time off work. Maybe you're planning some travels. Maybe that's going to give you some positive reinforcement. The Hermit card can also be entrepreneurial energy. Some of you might be starting something on your own. You might be newly single. You might be starting a new business venture on your own, Cancer. Maybe you are gaining more independence. Maybe you're doing freelancing work. Maybe you just are needing more autonomy or freedom in a relationship, but you're going to be withdrawing, Cancer, and everyone knows when you withdraw in your shell, you need that time for yourself, and this is coming up, so there's obviously something going on here for you to want to do that, but you're analyzing something, you're analyzing and analyzing and analyzing, and the next card over, you've got the Judgment call. I think you want to make a decision, but you're still in two minds about which decision to make. I think the time is nearing. I don't know if this is time constraints or time pressure, but the time is nearing for you to make a major decision. The Judgment card can be seen as a major decision. It's a major judgment call that could impact your future here, Cancer. And maybe this is why that's coming up. The Judgment card can also be news, okay? Angels are intermediaries, they're messengers. So there's a message coming to you, a message that might reveal things, a message that might give you strength, a message that could give you hope, okay? That could make this decision, potentially ease that decision-making process. The Judgment can also be some sort of reveal. It can be a review. In the job sense, it can be a critique. It can be a review, it can be a recommendation, it can even be a contract that's coming to you for some of you, absolutely. The Judgment card can be anything around legalities, around family, children, divorce and settlements and things. So that's coming up and you're strengthening that. So that's very, very powerful. But the Judgment can also be karma, okay? Karmic clearing or karma that's going to come back around. But I think it's more to do with a message. The people are open here. Now, I don't know if this is you or not, because see how the boxes are contained in water, and you are a water sign. And these people are emerging from the water and opening up their arms and embracing the messages that are coming to them. So for some of you, there might be a message here that you need to embrace someone's message. Or you need to be more open-minded. Maybe you need to give someone the time of day. Maybe someone wants to reach out and contact you, and you've blocked their calls, or you've hung up, or you know you've turned down their job offer, for example. Maybe it's time for you to come out of that slumber, okay? And of course, each situation is going to be very, very different. But from what I'm seeing here, Cancer, there might be hope after all, okay, in a certain situation. And that could be coming up with the Judgment card here, okay? Someone could be coming on fairly strongly. Maybe they want you to work for them. Maybe they want to contact you. Maybe they want marriage with you, you know, but there's a lot of strength here, initiative. I don't know if this is you that's going to take the initiative. The Lion is Leo energy is initiative. So I don't know if this is you or someone who's going to take initiative, but the other needs to be more open to the messages, okay? You've got the beautiful Star card here, which can indicate hope and destiny. It can also be a destined Aquarius coming in around you, symbolized by the water bearer. The Star card can be becoming social, having your 15 minutes of fame, maybe finding fame, amassing a large following through community groups, through the online world, exposing something, putting something out there, putting an extension of you out there, your work, your creations, getting back on social media. The Star is really a happy and high energy. So I feel like there's exclusivity here. You're getting back in touch. The stars are aligning here, Cancer. And stars can be hope. You know, we look to the stars for answers. And sometimes these answers come to us. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they come very subliminally. Sometimes they come very obviously. But you might be guided, okay, to a certain person. You might be drawn to a certain venture. You might be drawn to something here. And that could definitely be coming up with the Star card, absolutely. But it could be destiny, okay? It could be love. It could be destined job. It could be a destined move. It could be a destined person, especially if they're foreign or you've been in two minds about them. You might even have multiple options in love for some of you. You know, she's got the two wands, the two cups. There could be two people you're choosing between, two different connections that you're being sort of drag to, and they're very, very different here, Cancer. And maybe this is the indecision here. It could even be two different jobs, two different income streams, two different career paths or callings. But you've got the World in your hands here. He holds the World, and you've got the Star card. But pouring something out, I don't know if this is an outpour of emotion, because she pours water from these vessels. So I don't know if this is you pouring out your emotion, or someone is going to pour out their emotion. But notice how he's safe in the fortifications. He's got a wall up. And these are two very contrasting cards, because the Sun is pouring, the Star card is pouring out the water, wanting to cleanse and renew and heal. But this one's got the fortifications up. So it's two very different approaches. You're either got your walls up for someone else, a friend, a lover, an ex, or they have their walls up against you, and they have their walls up, and you're ready to outpour. It's very interesting, but it's dualistic. The repetition of the two, and the fact that the Page of Cups is here. The Page of Cups is Pisces. Pisces is known to be a highly dualistic sign. So again, there's a lot of dualism, indecisiveness, or contrasting energy around you. But look, the Page of Cups can be someone who's offering you something, okay? And it's otherworldly. The page is the dreamer of the zodiac. The Pisces is the dreamer of the zodiac, Cancer. It's creationism, it's creativity, it's imagination. So maybe, look, this is a period where you're highly creative in other areas. Maybe with creative pursuits, maybe with music, with art, with design, with your lifestyle, with mixing things up, with experiences or activities. There could be a lot of inspiration coming here. It's also a highly intuitive energy, okay? It's otherworldly. Why? Because he's conversing with the fish. This is highly unlikely to happen. We know fish don't talk, but he seems to have communication with it. Could it be that a highly unlikely event or place or circumstance or experience comes to you this month? That's highly likely. And it could even be through your intuition. It could even be through a dream. A scenario might play out. You might receive a premonition. You could be highly intuitive around this period, highly empathetic. There could be a Pisces wanting to connect with you. There could be someone younger coming in around you. There's a youthful energy to the page, but emotional inexperience comes to mind. Why? Because the Page of Cups is in the water realm, but he's coming up as the page. And in the medieval age, the page were installed in courts to learn the ways of the court, to learn, the operations and the running and how things evolved and happened. Yes, they came from noble backgrounds. It wasn't just anyone was employed to be a page. So they had to have something behind them, something meritorious behind them. But they're still learning. And because he rules the water realm, there's an emotional experience. There's something that you'll need to learn. And it's not going to be easy, Cancer, but I feel like it's more tied into your emotions more than anything. But look, the Page of Cups can represent an offer. He holds a cup and he holds a cup up. So someone might be extending an offer to you. But it's more to do with an emotional or a creative offer than anything else for you this month, here, Cancer. But again, back and forth. The Page of Cups is fickle. He's unsure. And again, that's coming back to what I'm seeing here with this uncertainty that is potentially around you this month. It's Virgo and Pisces energy. They're two very different signs and energies, but they're coming up around you. And then you also have the Strength card here. Now, the infinity symbol above the maiden is represented by the sign of Virgo. So it can be a Virgo here, Leo. The maiden and the lion are an unlikely match. They're an unlikely pair, but they can make it work. So I don't know if this is a business partnership, a friendship, or a relationship, an ex-partnership, but there's something that I want to say you can still make it work, and it's not too late, Cancer, okay? The Strength card can be mental strength. It can be working on your physical strength. It can be working on your health. It can be working on something that's been untamed. The maiden has tamed the wild and carnal lion. How she's done that, it's hard to say, but there's some sort of effect she has on the lion. It might be that you have a very profound effect on another person, or you still have a very profound effect or influence over another person that seemed unpredictable, wild, untamed. It's having control of a situation, and maybe towards the end of March you have a much more tame energy about you. You have much more control, and you have a decision is potentially made. It could be that as well here, Cancer. But the infinity symbol above her could be cycles, repetition, something that may repeat itself in the month of March, okay? It could be a Leo wanting to connect. The Strength card is also a card of leadership. Some of you might be gaining a promotion. You might be placed in a leadership role in a creative environment, in a volunteering group, in the work setting. And it could even be you strengthening your skills to make a judgment call, strengthening karmic energy, summoning the strength to do or have or be something. With strength comes power, and you've got that power here, Cancer, this month. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve or have or be or express, you are at a strong point here. Maybe it's finding the strength to be accountable for your decision, for the decision that you have made or the decision that you will make. Maybe it's a very, very strong bond or strong feelings that are surfacing here next to you. Maybe this is going to be revealed to you. Maybe you're finally ready to open yourself up to the strong feelings that you've been feeling. Maybe you've been suppressing them. Maybe you've been trying to rationalize them. And unfortunately, we can't always rationalize how we feel, what we're drawn to, what calls us, what calls to us, what screams out at us, Cancer. We can't always rationalize these things. So maybe this is what's coming up for you this month, and this is something that you need to pay attention to. But Leo energy can also be protectiveness. It can be possessive. You might find that you're growing possessive over a person, over an object. You might even find that you're becoming very protective over something. Again, whether you're protective of yourself here, Cancer, or protective of another person, a friend, a family member, that you could see that, okay? Because the inner lion in you, although you're a crab, you're a cute little crabby, you have that inner lion. You have that about you. You know, you've got, you know, you can hurt, you can sting if you really want to, you know, you can claw at something and dig your claws into it here, Cancer. So you might see that side of you unleashed, or you might see that in another person this month, okay? I will leave your reading at that though. Just a reminder that I don't have any extended monthly readings for this month because of time constraints, but I do hope this has been helpful for you regardless, Cancer. If you have enjoyed this content, please feel free to leave behind a like or a subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification button. Thank you again so much for tuning into your March Tarot, Cancer. I hope you have a lovely month, and we shall be catching up very soon. So take care, everyone, and bye for now.